TWN podcast.
We start this week with NXT and the knowledge that deep in our heart, we know this, you know this. He is the John Cena of her generation. She is inevitable. Am I right, Victoria? Is she inevitable?
Yeah. This pissed me off because I knew from the beginning. I think we all knew what was going to happen. There was nothing creative done in that main event at all. I love Io and Rhea, and I enjoyed what they were doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all very predictable.
Very
because
predictable.
WWE do what they always do.
Yeah.
They book themselves into a corner where they put a match where neither competitor can lose, so they just get them disqualified.
Yeah. Yeah. But George, question to you: do you think that Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley, with the roster that they've got, do you think they're perfect? That they're perfect opponents for each other? Because honestly,
they're great together.
Yeah, like honestly, I was just watching it back, and I was like, "This is amazing." Like this by itself with higher stakes would be amazing.
Oh yeah, like if to be fair, they've done this before. And with various different matches, but this is like a takeover main event caliber singles match out on free TV.
Yeah. And to be honest, like it did feel a little bit like they were just kind of feeling each other out. It was like I can get why they gave this match away on free TV, because they didn't.
Because you're going to set up a triple threat match in your house.
Player.
You're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Or Charlotte Flair as the women's division. That's pretty,
the women's Undertaker.
But yeah, like honestly, just great. Just Io proving that she is like wrestling the greased up death guy because she's that quick and impossible to hold. And
love that reference.
Yeah, thank you. And and just Rhea just having somebody the size of Io to just throw around, and Io also having that lucha base. It was wonderful up until the inevitable interference.
That bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, this match gave me one thing that I am so grateful for, and it's not an in-ring standpoint, it's a commentary standpoint.
Go on.
And it is Mauro Ranallo. When Io did the Tiger Feint Kick, not the 619. He didn't call it the 619. He called it the Tiger Feint Kick. And then said in what's the word I'm after?
I don't know. We'll wait.
Honoring her hero.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio. What I'm trying to go for. Like, I hate it when they go, 619. No, 619 is Rey Mysterio's move.
Exactly.
His real name.
His real name. Mauro is. Well, everyone knows how much I love Mauro. I'm not gonna taint people's ears with my impression of Mauro, but it's okay. But yeah, Charlotte interfered, stood tall, held up the title. I wonder where this is going to go. Just Mr. Regal. I can just see Mr. Regal on his with the terrible quality that he gets from when he films on his iPad. It's like, Charlotte attacked both Io and Rhea last week.
Why are you doing an impression of David Attenborough?
I don't know. But yeah, this is why I don't do impressions. But essentially, he's just going to go, it will be a triple threat in your house. So yeah, wonderful. Most predictable ending to an NXT.
However, yes, I agree with you, but it does one thing. It keeps Charlotte strong, even if she loses the title. But who's eating that pin?
Like, my thing is this. Surely Charlotte loses. Considering everything else that's going on, congratulations, by the way. I haven't actually said congratulations. Congratulations to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. It's a wonderful thing. With everything going on, surely Charlotte drops the belt and she goes back to Raw. And
I think Io pins Ripley. Ripley begins a bit of a tailspin.
I think Ripley goes to SmackDown.
All that. Rhea Ripley versus Bayley would be class.
That's not what they're building to. I think whoever wins that feud will get wins the obvious Bayley feud will get Rhea Ripley after SummerSlam. Anyway, let's move on. I can't believe it, but this competition has gone to pens, hasn't it, George?
So happy about this. I loved the fact that Jake Atlas was in the crowd cheering him on.
Yeah.
He was fully on Drake's side.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, it wasn't a fully altruistic thing. He knew what would happen if it won. He knew it'd tie things up. He didn't know how it'd be decided, but he knew it'd be in the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mental. It is a mental scenes in Group A.
But let's talk a little bit about Group B first, because chronologically they were first, which makes no sense. Phantasma beats Tozawa, meaning that the former King Kano takes the group. That was pretty much cut and dried, wasn't it? Because Akira Tozawa is now a jobber in Raw. Right, Victoria?
Yeah, I mean, they worked well together. It wasn't something I'm going to remember. It wasn't anything that special. But Phantasma's great. Like, I've always enjoyed his work, especially during him in Lucha Underground. I think now, what we saw after, in the car park or wherever it was, that will be something to pay even more closer attention to over the next couple of weeks.
It's true.
You say about that.
It's true.
You say about that, Victoria. I love the thing that they did, that they pushed Tozawa against the door, so it made it look like Phantasma can't get out.
Yeah. That's really, really clever. Whoever these luchadors are, I think it's pretty obvious who they are. They interrupted the mutual appreciation. Edge and Christian. Oh, I can't say that word, but like I know exactly what you're talking about.
Los Conquistadors.
Thank you. Like I could visualize it, but I was just like, I'm too tired, man. I can't sound that out right now. But yeah, like, so which angle do you go with, George? And you, Victoria, which angle do you go with these masked men just jumping? Do you have, you know what? Let me talk about this at the end. Let's talk about Group A, because Group A was a great feel-good story. Everyone's super happy about it, but I kind of feel like I need a shower about being happy about it.
No, I agree with you. I get what you mean. It's like a tainted victory.
Yeah, like, you know, did they change their mind? In which case, WWE are massive dicks for sacking a guy and then realizing how much people loved him and then trying to profit off it. Or was it a storyline from the very beginning, which makes WWE dicks? WWE dicks for preying on everybody's feelings of uncertainty during this wonderful, wonderful time we're all living in. Who knows? Who knows? You decide. But yeah, Kushida punishes Maverick's arm for most of this, didn't he, Vic?
What made me laugh about this was Kushida, when he got pinned, tried to go straight after Maverick in anger.
Yeah.
And like the referee had to hold it. We had to hold him back, and you don't really see Kushida get angry like that very often, even when he was. I enjoy
it. I want the Kushida heel turn.
Angry Kushida seems like something that would be fun.
I hate him anyway, so you know, let's just lean into it.
But then he goes on his Twitter, puts a picture like graphic up of the triple threat, and goes, "Well done, Maverick. Today was your day." And I'm like, hold on, mate. You just tried to go at him because he pinned you, and now you're happy with him.
No, not happy, but that was a very frank message. It was, today is your day, but time will tell.
I like the pun. Time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's literally what he said. So it's great. Yeah, it's a pun. But yeah, like you know, 3-way tie, baby. It's a triple threat as a decider next week. Who you got? Who you got, Vic?
I've got to go with Drake. The story that we've seen from him, like, I haven't been that as interested in the tournament as I would have wanted to be, but everything that we've seen from him in particular is what's kept me so interested and so invested every week. So yeah, I'm going to be rooting for him 100%. And
George, who you got?
Drake. But it's a horrible thought of what could happen afterwards, and it could be an amazing thought of what happens afterwards. It can either be Drake versus Phantasma in the final.
Yeah.
Drake wins.
Yeah.
We get the elation, and then we need many showers because we're happy about it.
Yeah.
Or we get the heel turn of Phantasma.
Yeah.
And the luchadors cost Drake the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is probably what we're gonna get.
It depends on what they're gonna want for TakeOver Dublin whenever that happens. Do they want Devlin to walk into that match as a hero, or do they want him to walk in as the heel, getting out home?
Walking in as a heel. Be realistic. Whether he's going in and he's going to be cheered.
Yeah, I know. I know. But like, do you go with the Bret Hart thing where he's face everywhere in Canada, or like I'm everywhere in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's interesting. I mean, I feel like they could I feel like Drake is the winner next week for sure. I feel like they can go either way. With the final, depending on how they want to book Jordan Devlin going forward. All relies on solid writing, which WWE is infamously super good at. Let's move on. In other news, Killer Cross has a squash. Scarlett minds less this week. What did you guys think of that?
I really don't like the fact that the entrance takes, they'll put up the video on YouTube, because if anyone does know this and listens to the podcast regularly, I don't watch the actual shows. I watch them on YouTube. I watch the highlight. The highlight of the match is 3 minutes long. The entrance is 2 minutes.
Well, to be honest, number one, now I know why I was put in charge, because I watched both shows in full. And number two, and number two, yeah, you're right. It's true. You Google more than me. That's true. We balance each other out. You're definitely more of a stats guy. But yeah, you're 100%. I agree with you. What is the point of I get it. It's fine. He needs to get some wins on the board to see a real danger to Tommaso Ciampa, who came out and Daddy challenged him to a match sorry, let me phrase this correctly. Daddy challenged him to a match in your house.
He did. He didn't even say in your house. He just said takeover.
I know. I noticed that was an interesting thread. All of the wrestlers who mentioned that event did mention takeover as opposed to anything else. They said takeover. They didn't call it in your house. They called it takeover. So I think that's just like a thing that they do anyway. They don't even ever call it takeover. What I loved in this segment of when Ciampa came out was Scarlett Bordeaux sitting on the ropes and bringing it down for him. I like that. Yeah. She's establishing herself in the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I'm more than happy for you to step into the ring with my extremely psychotic boo. But
psychotic boyfriend.
Yeah. That's the thing that's going to happen. Two special people going at it in your house. Right, next bit. Thatcher, Riddle, knockout or submission in a cage next week. Who's excited?
That's going to be brutal.
This is going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to this. They had a great showing last week, but this is going to be something really special and something we talk about for a long time. They both complement each other so well, and we got a whole episode last week of NXT just really focusing on them and what was going on between them two. This is going to be really good. I'm really excited. It's gonna be great. Right, this one's a bit convoluted because it probably should have been a bullet point in its entirety. So, Mia Yim beats Santana Garrett and gets jumped by the Garganos. What do you guys make?
I'm waiting for them to start making skits, but it's like at home with the Garganos, and it's literally like the Firefly Funhouse.
It's literally what they're doing. It's what the dinner is. It's what the dinner is.
No, not just the dinner bit. We'll get to other bits like Candice is relaxing in the garden and Gargano's cutting the grass.
We're gonna get that.
We are gonna get that at some point. But you know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. I think they're gonna hold off until we see WandaVision, if you know what that is.
Hold off until we see what?
WandaVision, if either of you two know what that is.
WandaVision is the TV show coming out.
Yes.
With Disney Plus.
Yes, Disney Plus TV show, which is basically Scarlet Witch can't deal with the fact that Vision is dead, so she magically induces hallucinations, and we get to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
WandaVision is 100% my shit, man. I'm so glad we can swear again. But yeah, so what did you guys make of this week's installment of Johnny Gargano as the corniest motherfucker alive?
I said this in the vocal test, and I will repeat it again. I will fully agree. Johnny Gargano is a handsome gentleman. Like you can't disagree. He's a good-looking guy. However, he is punching above his weight.
Yeah.
Now, fully.
Not now, just always. But yeah.
I mean, Matty's thing, become a heel, 100 times more attractive.
Johnny Gargano was this character to me the entire time. I feel like that's the one. I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's the one time that your theory is just fallen off. Johnny Gargano. It's just literally, it's just like, what? I mean, like, look at him now. He's dressing like he sells drugs to school kids. It's a myth. Anyway.
He's dressing like his wife. They both wear the same colour at the same time.
No, they're wearing the same colour, but I'm saying the cut of his stuff, you know, the like brightly coloured bomber jacket. Can't you just see him lurking around some bush and go, "Hey kids, you wanna try something fun?" Anyway,
that took a dark turn.
Anyway, Keith Lee comes out to save his paramour, and he implies that the ending of this saga is heading to TakeOver. Johnny Gargano versus Keith Lee, Mr. TakeOver versus the Limitless one. Yeah, go on then. Why not? I mean, it would be nice if there was a crowd there, but like that ain't happening until at least July.
Mr. TakeOver versus Mr. Meme.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be great. So I'm going to read this bullet point out verbatim because I know it's going to annoy one of you two. The worst editing ever takes away from Dexter Lumis's breakout performance. Do you guys know what I'm talking about in reference to the worst editing ever? Yeah. Do you guys want to share with the class?
Victoria, would you like to lead?
Go on, go. I know how much you love him. Go ahead.
So we got a wonderful match between Dexter Lumis and Roderick Strong, two very, very good wrestlers. Unfortunately, Lumis loses, which, I mean, is relatively still trying to keep the team of the Undisputed Era strong.
Yep.
However, it doesn't fit that way because Lumis looks on his submission after the match and no sells attacks from both Cole and Fish, who come out to help out. Then Dream appears dressing like the Undisputed Era, which is really weird, and those glasses were really weird. He jumps over the barricade from the top rope. And
the worst
cut job I've ever seen.
So bad. Like, it's so obvious that he jumped off the rope, he jumped off the turnbuckle and just landed. Like,
yeah.
You know, and flipping now, what the heck? What the heck was that, Victoria?
I was watching it. I was watching the whole thing, and I love what they're doing there. But I was watching it, and I was, okay, cool. Like, but yeah, it was interesting, let's just say. But yeah, I liked what we saw here. This was cool. I love Dexter Lumis as well. Yeah. And him no selling when he was just locking in that submission, it was just so cool. It's so suited to his character and what he's about, and we are seeing more of his character every week.
Like, follow him on Instagram, that character gets ruined.
Like, the thing that sold it for me is a good thing I don't do Instagram now. The thing that sold it for me is Velveteen Dream posing on the stairs while he just strokes Roderick Strong's head with a bloody face.
What I would love to see is Velveteen Dream in street clothes. Because he's dressed like the Undisputed Era and he's not even wrestling.
Yep. Like, to be honest, Velveteen Dream in street clothes would still blow you, me, and pretty much everybody that we know out of the water in terms of fashion.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Two more bullet points to cover. Throw them up!
Just shouting out nonsensical sentences.
Yeah, of course. Throw them up because we got the Britain Brawlers beating Everrise. Everrise, that's their name.
Everrise really made me think of the Young Bucks this week. I don't know why they just look like the Young Bucks.
Yeah,
that's the first thing that came into my mind as well.
Like, it's not really much. There's not really much to talk about in this match.
There is one thing to talk about, and that's Danny Burch on the apron going, "Go on, son! Go on, son! Go on, son!" in his proper English accent. Wally Lawton.
Like I said, there's not much to talk about in the match. Afterwards, they posed like Imperium.
That is a match I'm so excited to see.
Oh yeah.
But like, why is it that the Britain Brawlers 1 and 2, whatever you call them, are just used as a filler feud to establish new tag team champions? Because I don't know if you remember who the Undisputed Era defended against.
And it was one of the best matches of the takeover.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'd very much like them to get their due. But I think they're trying to establish Imperium as a force, so that won't happen. And there's one last bullet point. Punishment Martinez versus Prince Devitt will happen soon.